First of all, let's understand about what is this Power BI, what is business intelligence, and then I'll tell you the steps. Okay. First thing is business intelligence means it is a concept of taking or say getting the data that is from various data sources, converting that into presentable reports. That's all in a very simple way. Getting data from various different data sources and converting that into presentable reports. This is the concept of business intelligence. If you want to work something on this, if you want to get the data, convert that into a reports, then we need some softwares or tools. So for that, we use various different BI tools. In that, Power BI is also one of the business intelligence tools, right? But we have various softwares that if you're interested, you can still learn that. But the course what we're actually learning is Power BI. So we'll go in depth of this Power BI, how this Power BI can be started and used for deploying the project. So what are steps I should follow? Okay. So I'll just give the steps here. Okay. Say I work on Power BI. So what all things I should actually follow? First thing is the data source. So what is data source? Data source is nothing but the software or the database from where I'm actually getting the data. We know that the data source can be various different data sources. That is, it can be in Excel, CSV, text file. These are the common ones actually. After that, SQL Server, Access, MySQL. That is some of the known databases. Then after that, there are so many other databases like you work on Oracle, some work on SAP, some work on web pages. So there are so many different data sources. Now there is no restriction saying that I have to work only on Excel. I have to work only on MySQL or SQL Server. The data source can be from any sources. Once it comes to my Power BI, once I import that, and I can work like as if it is from one database. Okay. First thing is data source is important. When I said data source, there are so many things what you have to understand. One is from which source I'm getting the data. After that, you have to understand the data. Then you have to get that data into my Power BI, whether it is to be cleaned before or whether it has to be cleaned after importing. Right? So first we should understand the data source, and then second step is get data. What is get data? I was telling we'll connect to the data source, get the data, and then start working on the report. Right? Once I get the data, next is studying of the data. We can do the study of the data before getting the data or after the data as well. That is left to you. Suppose in case I've already taken the data inside and then I can study the data. So this study data can be before or after, that is left to you. Then once I understand the complete data, this is very important. Understanding of your data is very important. Unless and until you don't know what data you have, you cannot create a good report. So this is very important. Report creation is just 30 minutes to 1 hour to say 4 hours, that's all. But understanding the data is very important. What all you should understand, that I'll tell you in detail once you come to that topic. Right? Because we are just discussing the steps. Just follow the steps. I'll tell you, anyone can become expert in Power BI. Okay? Right. The fourth step, once I get this data, I study the data. Then if at all there is something to be cleaned, then I have to clean the data. So for that, we call it as Power Query Editor. That is cleaning, modifying of the data. Or we can call it as transform of the data. Transform of the data. Okay. Why we should do this? I am creating some reports. My client has given an instruction that I want to get the report like this. If you want to get that kind of report, what I have to do, I have to structure my data. When I have the data which is completely structured, then I can easily create the reports what my client requires. If I'm not structuring the data, 100% I'll tell you, you cannot create the reports what you are actually expecting. That is why data is important. Not only in BI, everywhere data is very important, right? So Power Query Editor is used after getting the data, and then you start modifying the data, start transforming the data according to my requirement, right? Okay. So while transforming, so transform, what it will do, it will just modify the existing data, or we can just create some more columns by using the existing data. Next is the main thing, calculated fields, which we call it as functions or DAX functions. See, many people actually ask questions saying that why do we require DAX functions? I want to become expert in DAX functions. I want to learn DAX functions. First of all, we should know that whether it is required in the project. Not everything is required in all the projects. Without Power Query or Editor also, I can work on the project, because if the data is already clean, then why should I unnecessarily go and create the reports? The DAX functions, is it required? This is one big question. Some people actually say, sir, I didn't learn DAX functions, but still I'm able to do the projects. See, there is a lot of difference between using DAX and without using DAX. If you want to create some reports on the fly, that means dynamic reports, then I should have something where we should have some calculations within the tool only should happen. If I'm doing some calculation before and then I'm importing, that is like static, because the data is already calculated and I'm getting the results based on the calculated fields. What if I want to get the results depending on the columns what I have inside? That is, dynamically the calculations of the values has to change. Then these functions are very important. DAX plays a very important in making your projects dynamic. So what is DAX? DAX is nothing but dynamic analysis, data analysis expressions. It's not dynamic, it's data analysis expressions. Now, expression means what? Expression is nothing but a formula or an equation, right? When I was actually working on DAX functions, many people say that, sir, it's exactly equal to, it's something similar to Excel functions only. Then what is the difference? See, whatever functions we are using in Excel, same functions we have in DAX functions as well, but not everything. But DAX has got something more than what we use in Excel formulas, because here we can create some dynamic way of creating the results as well, that is output. There are so many functions we can combine and we can create one expression, and then we can get the results. There are a lot of things in DAX. DAX itself is one big chapter, I mean, the big course itself. But I'll try to cover almost everything which can be used for you guys to create a dynamic report. So the first steps, whatever you have seen, the first 5 steps, this is for structuring your data. When I say structuring data, I am prepared. Now everything is prepared. Say I have studied for one whole year, I've studied. Now I'm preparing for the exam, like that. So once everything is done, until this DAX functions, every data, every columns, every fields, every records is ready, then I'll go for data visualizations. Now, data visualizations, this is the main thing which the client actually watch or see or view. The first 5 steps, whatever is there, this is like a person who is constructing a building. Data visualization is something like the interior designs. People will just do all those designs. People are not bothered about the first 5 steps. The client is not bothered. The client is only bothered about this step, data visualization, because he wants to just read the output. Right? To get this, you have to struggle a lot. Here, the data visualization part is very simple, because you're just dragging and dropping the fields exactly like what we use this Excel pivot tables. So people who are learning these business intelligence tools, I'm talking about BI tools, not just Power BI. If you think that you want to work on BI tools, if you have the concept, if you know the concept of the pivot tables in Excel, almost 60% of the BI tools is done, because Here, what we're using the VI tools, it is just drag and drop. We should know which column to drag and where to drop, in which field I have to drop, so that I'll get the right results. Okay, that's all. If you understand this, visualizations is completely easy. Now, data visualizations, people will say, sir, I know column chart, I know bar chart, I know line chart, pie chart, I know, sir. Then I'm expert in data visualization. See, never think like that. I know this column chart or bar chart or pie chart or line chart. It is not that what kind of chart you know. It is like what kind of charts actually you use it for presenting. Now I have a data which has got the comparing between some products. Then which chart I have to use? Straight away they'll use line chart. Don't use that. I know column chart. Everywhere I'll keep on using column chart. Don't do that as well. So what you have to do is, it is about how actually you present your data so that it is easy to understand. I always give one example of this cricket match nowadays. If you see cricket match, say 10 years back or say 15 years back, when we were in school days, the complete screen, whatever you used to see, everything was in numbers, completely numbers. But now it's not like that. Everything is visualization. It is so easy for us to understand. Previously, it was taking time for us. Okay, this guy, how many ones, how many twos, how many fours, how many six, they used to put in numbers. But now it's not like that. One big pie chart will come. In that, they'll say ones, twos, dots, six, four, everything will come. It is easy for me to know. So within few seconds, if you can make the client understand, that is visualization. So that is how your project should be. Then what are we learning in this data visualization? Then I already learned column chart, pie chart, line chart, everything I know. So then what will I learn next? See, I'll teach you in what situation, for what kind of data and what kind of presentation you should use which kind of chart. That is important. Everywhere you keep on putting this column chart over, my project is done, client will say throw this project, because nowadays everyone wants easy way of understanding the reports. It should not be like always same old column chart. There are so many different charts, right? So just few months back there was one project, they wanted some project management chart. So we have something called as Gantt chart. Many of them knows this, but some of them who doesn't know, if I give to them, so I'm not telling that they cannot do it. They're not explored. It is about exploring of your, visualizations, or say the knowledge of the topics. Okay. So again, if you put a bar chart or a column chart there, it doesn't make any sense. The client only can do. So we have to make them understand in a very simple way. So that we'll be learning in this visualization. So after all the 5 steps, visualization is very important. So once the project is done, so in this visualization, we'll be learning about how actually we should align the reports and things like that. Then after that, say dashboard. Dashboard is what I'll create multiple pages. In that, I'll have navigations. In that, I'll have filters. All these will come under this dashboard. Now the dashboard is ready. My entire, I started writing the book. My book is completed. Now I need to publish it. So what I'll do, I will publish it. Publish the dashboard. So here is what will be working something on Power BI service, that is Power BI Online. Okay. After all these 7 steps, then my entire dashboard will sit in the cloud, that is Power BI service, where internally, if many of my colleagues or people who are authorized will be working simultaneously with that, or they can view that file. After this, sharing of the reports. Okay, that is, I'll be sending to the client with the file, that is a link where you can open the reports and you can, right? So if you follow these steps, the entire Power BI what you're learning will become very easy. Okay, just these steps. This is the steps not only for Power BI. You guys are working on MicroStrategy, ClickView, ClickSense, or Tableau. This is what some technology, some options might change, but the steps are same. Okay, so this is like a generic step what I've given. Power Query editor might not be there in some of the the BI tools. So this is there in Power BI. This is one very big advantage. If you take Tableau, you cannot do the editing in Tableau. Okay, for that we need to use another software called as Tableau Prep. Tableau preparing of the data, that Tableau preparation. Okay, fine. Let's not go into that. So we understood the steps. People who have not attended previous session. So this is what we just briefly discussed. But today we are discussing in detail because from today we'll be starting our practical classes of Power BI. Okay, fine. So I'll just minimize this. Then I have installed my Power BI, assuming that all of you have installed. If you're not installed again, please do not worry. I'm telling you, today's session will be very simple. I'll not make you guys sit for a long time and make you guys bored. Okay, we'll finish it today soon because I know today is weekend. You guys can go and enjoy. But today's topic is the base, important because we are importing the data. Right. Now, once I open this Power BI, so once you install, you'll get the Power BI here. You can see that I'll get this Power BI desktop. I just opened. This is the welcome screen, and we have few things here. That is, we'll have the recent opened files and some videos for references, and we have the blog for forum and tutorials if you want to refer. So all these things are there. That is, you can explore this. I'll just close this. Now we are in the layout. If you see this layout, it's very, very simple. Very simple. Not like your Excel, Word, so many options are there, you'll get scared. Nothing, very simple. If you just see, we have this ribbon. You can see that on top, this is ribbon. And we have this 3 windows here, that is 3 views. First one is the dashboard, that is report. And next one, what we have is the data, that is whatever I import, the data that will be available here. And next one is the data modeling, that is the model. That's all we have to think. Report, the data, and the data model. Why they are used? Reports are used for creating dashboards, visualizations. Data is used to study the data and see if anything, any modification has to be done. I'll work on that. Data modeling is used to connect all the data from various different data sources I have taken. That's all you're doing. In this, there will be so many different options which you will learn. Okay, fine. This one is called as Canvas, the workspace, what we call it as, where we work on the reports. And here we'll have 3 default pans. What is that? One is filters. Filter means everyone knows how we actually filter in Excel, that filter. Second is visualizations. This is the very important thing, that is the reports what we create. Third one is the field where I import the data. That is what we'll be working today. Right? Okay. Now, if you go to this ribbon, here I have something called as data. That is called as group. Okay. In this group, I have this get data, Excel workbook, and few other options where I can import the data. So what are we doing now? We're just following step get data, where I am trying to import the data. So what is the first step? First step is here I'm trying to understand the data source. So what I have done here, I have the data source which I have shared with you guys. You guys can download it, or I'm just showing you. See, here I have the data source. The data what I have now is in flat file. Flat file means it can be the files which are saved in my desktop or in the server anywhere. But when I say server, then it is like SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, SAP, these kind of things are server. Right? So here I have some data source from where I'll be importing the data. So please concentrate here how actually I'll import. Please do not work. Okay, I'll show you. After that, I'll give you some time. You can work at that time. So whenever I'm teaching, please concentrate. Why I'm telling this, the steps whatever I tell, you might feel like very easy, but there might be a few things I'll be discussing, and you might miss the step. Then what will happen after that? One step if you miss, then later on, even though you're attentive for the entire session, you'll be missing something. So okay, so don't worry. Some 5-10 minutes, if you're just concentrating, nothing will happen. Okay, you have come here to take the classes. So just concentrate this 1.5 hour. I'm not going to take 2 hours also. 1.5 hour, just concentrate here. Okay, right. So first thing is we understood about the data, what we are trying to import. So I'll show you how to import the data from Excel, then CSV, then text file. Then also I'll talk about how to import the data from Access files, and we'll see if there are any other sources. That also we'll discuss. Then after that, I'll show you a few servers as well. If you don't have the servers, don't worry. Just keep that idea. I'll tell you, it is very simple. You just have to get the credentials. That's all. I'll show you that as well. Okay, fine. Let's go back to our Power BI. The first thing is I need to get the data. So here I have this get data. And learn this because the same thing is there in Excel new version as well, wherein I can import the data as well in Excel 365. When I click here, I'll get all the data sources which I can import. There are some 48 to 50, I think some 58, I'm not sure about the number. They'll be keep on getting added. So you can see that there are almost most of those data sources which can be added. Okay, the common ones will be in the list in the beginning. You can see that I have this Excel workbook, then we have the SQL server, then text file, web, things like this. If you think you want to go for more, that is the kind of data source which I'm importing, which is not available, then I'll get one window where I can find more data sources to import. Okay, see here, get data, it has been categorized. Most of them, even I have not heard about it, but if you think that you guys are working on any of the data sources mentioned here, just go there. So first one is all the data sources which the Power BI is supporting will be listed here. Now let's go to this file. I was talking about the flat file. What is flat file? That is Excel, CSV files, and things like that. So that will be available there. Then say database. Database is what? SQL Server, MySQL. Then we have this Access. So there are so many different database, that is servers, which you can go and you can connect it and get the data. Okay, fine. Then Power BI, now they have their own platform where I can get the data which is already available in the Power BI online services. Okay, and Azure, you can if you are good in Azure, you have the connection of this cloud wherein you can go and connect to the Azure, you can use this as well. Okay, fine. Then online services like SharePoint or web, so those things also you can connect here. Then others, apart from all this, if you think that there are many other way of connecting the data, you can go and you can connect it here. Okay, so this is a different type of data source what we can connect. Now how to connect the data? Okay, just to follow this, I'll tell you, this is the simplest thing. People actually feel it's very complex. I'll tell you how simple it is to import. Only thing is you should follow a few steps and understand few things. That's all. Let's say I'll go to this file. I want to import the data. Now I decided that my data is in Excel. Right? When it's in Excel, again I have to think that whether we have different sheets or it is in only one sheet. Now I am importing data from only one workbook. Okay, I'm just importing the data from only one workbook. Now, if you are importing the data from only one workbook, then I can say Excel. In this one Excel workbook, there can be only one sheet or multiple sheets as well. So all this, that's what I told in the beginning. When I say that you are trying to understand the data source, you should understand all these things, whether the data is in only one sheet or in multiple sheets. Now, if you have that doubt, you can go to this Excel sheet. Here I have one Excel file. Let me open this Excel file and check. If you have a doubt, just open that file. No worries. See, I have multiple sheets. There are multiple sheets. Let me close this. Let's open one file where I'll have only one single sheet. Let me go here. Okay, I'm just trying to open one. See, here I have only one sheet. So likewise, I can study the data and then I can import. Right? Now, if you go here, let me close this file. Let's take only one sheet, the file which has got only one sheet, Excel workbook, and say connect. When I say connect, it lasts for the file. It lasts for the path. Let me select the file. I'll go here, I'll say raw data, and I'll select one of the files, say okay. That's all you have to do. You're just connecting. Now when I say connect, what it will do is it will try to connect and it will give me the file name and the sheets or a sheet available in that Excel. Each sheet is considered as stable here. Each sheet will be considered as stable. Now I'll go and select this sheet, the sheet one which was there. You can see that I'll get the preview here. While importing, I can see the preview, and then here I'll get load, transform, cancel. Load will load the data directly to the Power BI desktop. Transform will take me to another window which is called as Power Query Editor. That we'll see later. That is we'll discuss in the next session. Now we'll just work only on the load. Here I know this load. When I say load, what it will do is it will create connection. You can see that so many processes will happen here. See, it is evaluating, creating connection, and then it will import the data. So all this process should happen. It will take some time because it has to connect. Power BI is a little slow, so you should have patience. All right. Now, if you see this, it got connected. Now, if I just click here, you can see all the columns have been imported. There is some problem here. We had to modify it. Since I told you that modification, we'll do it in the next session. We'll not think about the modification. We're just understanding only how to import. That's all. Just understand how to import. Cleaning, I'll tell you in detail how to clean the data. Okay. Right. Now the data is imported. Now I want to know the data what has been imported. Is it right or wrong, or should I have to modify? Then we have to go to this data. Here I have this data. Click on this. You can see that the table which I had imported, that will come like this. So this is how we should start your Power BI project. Right? You can see that the data. Yes. Now let's go here. If you go to this data model, that also I'll show you. Say I have only one table here. Only one table because I just imported the data. Now if you think that I want to delete this, you can still delete, select, and I'll say delete. Here we'll have delete from model. But while deleting, make sure that the table which I'm using is not connected to any reports or any tables. Blindly, if you delete, the entire project will be in mess. Okay, don't do that. Let me just say delete. Now, whatever reports which have been created or whatever connections have been created, everything will get collapsed. Okay, fine. This is for one single sheet. What if I have multiple sheets? Then it is multiple tables. Let's go to this Excel workbook. I'll take one Excel file which we just saw, which has got multiple tables. Say open. Now it lists down all the tables which is there in that Excel sheet. You can see that all the tables have been listed down here. I'll just select whichever tables I need. So I'll just select few of them. Okay. I just selected 4 tables. It's not that you have to select all the tables. You can see I'll get the preview as well. See? So whatever data I'm importing, I can just go, I can check the preview. Now I'll say load. I'll not go to this transform. I'll say load. So all the 4 files which are selected, that will be connected and then it will be imported. All right, now you can see that all the 4 sheets, which is actually table for Power BI, will be imported and I'll get the entire relationship here. I'll get the data. Now you can see that all the 4 files are available. Right? If you want to check the data, I can go here, I can check the data here. All the 4 files, whatever data is there, I can check here. Right. Now we got the data. Now let's go to data model and see. Go to this data model. Now if you see here, there are some connections automatically which is happening. but these two tables are not connected. The reason is the column headers, if you see, they're not proper. It says column 1, column 2, wherein the other two tables, the data and location, they're not understanding which column to connect. Right? So these are the things what I told, that when I get the data, we need to clean the data as well. So this is where Power Query Editor comes into picture. That we'll discuss in detail in the next session. But to show you how this data model works, data modeling itself is a separate chapter. You have these connections. Now, if you say it is connected, it is connected. But how it is connected, what all things you should take care while connecting. So those things, there are lot many things to learn there. People who have learned this SQL, that will be very easy. That's why I'll always recommend people to learn SQL, so that it will be more easier for you to work on this BI. But again, it's your interest. But still, I'll be teaching you all those concepts here. Okay. Right. Now, let's go to this report. Now I'll go to this transform data just to show you how this data model actually gets connected briefly. I'll click on this transform data. This is Power Query Editor. Okay. Now when you go to this Power Query Editor, it's a complete new window. You can see that the customer table, the header says column 1, column 2. But just see the data. Here it says